This was our first night on the trip. We found a dispersed camping spot off the Road River area, and we were in the Siskiyou Trinity National Forest. It was a great spot, definitely an epic camp. Good morning. Coming to you from the Black Ball Ferry in Port Angeles. We are getting on the ferry this morning. We're in line and board in about 20 minutes. We're getting the 8:30 ferry so we can get to the island early and start the fun. So check out what we post later. We're hoping to hit some dirt today. All right. Here we are arriving in Victoria Harbor. We will soon be offloading and heading out to Port Renfrew to hit some dirt roads. We hit dirt roads for most of the day and had some beautiful scenery through the forests. A couple sections where we thought we might not be able to get through due to closed road signs, but we were able to make it to our first camp in Canada, which was here at Lake Cowichan. It was pretty awesome lakefront rec site property. This was dinner that night. We had chili and cornbread, and it was delicious, and we were trying out our new EcoZoom cooking system. We left Lake Cowichan the next morning and stayed on dirt most of the day, drove past some beautiful lakes like this one, and we made our way slowly out towards Tofino. We adventured around a bit this morning and afternoon and found a lot of cool trails, lots of bushy, skinny trails, which ended up with us backing up in our full-size truck, but it's all part of the fun. We are in an inlet that goes up to Port Alberni. We've been on dirt roads, forest roads, logging roads since yesterday around lunch. We left Port Ramsford, I forget. Around then and hit dirt. We camped on Lake Cowichan last night, which was a great spot in a rec area right on the lake, so that was pretty cool. And we've been on dirt ever since, and we're making our way slowly to Tofino. And it's just been a beautiful drive, lots of dense forest, and we're really enjoying it. So we're gonna be on dirt for a little bit longer, and then we'll have to hit up with main roads to Tofino. We're gonna find a camp spot That way we've had a local give us a couple hints on Instagram where to stay, so we'll see how that goes. We are currently camping at Maggie Lake. We're the only ones here. There's about 2 primitive camping spots. Super pretty lake in the background. We are cooking steak and potatoes for dinner. There's no skipping stones apparently. We had a long day on a mixture of forest roads and blacktop and logging roads as we went out to Tofino. We went to Tofino. Town wasn't really our style. It was kind of cool, but very populated. So we basically went to the distillery and the brewery and stocked up, and then went out and did some more adventuring and found this camp. So we're here for the night. The next morning after Maggie Lake, we made our way on dirt back out west for a quick trip to Ucluelet, which was a very nice, peaceful beach town. We really enjoyed it there. Lots of great coffee shops and a co-op that was pretty cool. So definitely check that out if you're in the area. Woke up at Maggie Lake, and then we took dirt to Ucluelet, saw a bear on the way, and 600-pound bear apparently. It got away from us before we could take a photo. We spent a couple hours in Ucluelet, really cool little sleepy surf town, what we thought Tofino would be, so we were happy to roll up on that. Went to the co-op. Have everything you could possibly need, and then we got back out of Tofino area and hit dirt at Sprout Lake, and then Sprout Lake, and then we made it out here to Namit, all the way on dirt, Namit Lake. It's pretty epic. We're hanging out at a little waterfall. And we're gonna camp here for the night. There's also a lake that we haven't quite checked out yet, but it looks pretty cool. After leaving Namit Lake, we really wanted to find dirt roads all the way across the island to Nanaimo. We found ourselves down a lot of trails that had closed gates or didn't make it, and we ended up on some skinny stuff that added some trail stripes to the truck, but it was all good fun in the end. We tried for a little longer to keep finding dirt roads to Nanaimo, but ended up having to go back to the highway so that we could make it all the way across the island. The Coho ferry approaches in Victoria, Canada. Waiting in line with lots of other people.
It's a Canadian ship.
We had a nice ferry trip back to the United States, showed up early evening, and started making our way south back home. We decided to do a little detour on the way home and do some dirt roads around Mount Shasta. We had to air down for the bumpy trails, lots of beautiful forest roads, and even came across a couple stream crossings, and just beautiful scenery the whole way. We continued our way around the mountain and over to the other side of Route 5 and found camp at Gumboot Lake, which was quite nice. Okay, we made it home, safe and sound, back to the driveway. Truck did great, it's nice and dirty, a little scratched up. We were super stoked with the James Brood rooftop tent during the trip, it's our first big trip with it. We were also really excited to be using our new deck system. We've got some organizing and system planning to figure out with it to get it all packed right. But we were pretty stoked with how it all worked and how much stuff it fits. There's so much room that we aren't even using yet. But for the most part, it's time to clean up all the dirt. And till next time. Through, and it was a huge help the entire trip. We didn't have really good cell reception, so we couldn't use our phones too much. Adam had preloaded a lot of maps on Gaia, which we also used, but this book was a lifesaver. It's pretty popular in Canada, and apparently it's made by two brothers who were not happy with the maps and how to get around and how to find dirt road adventures, so they made their own book. It has a great section. It squares off everywhere that you want to go. So we were basically came in at Victoria and we're in this kind of area here, and the island's huge, so we barely even touched most of it. So it was a really good book, though. It shows campsites, which is really nice, and it just kind of tells you everywhere. Black lines are dirt roads and what the main roads are, and then in the back it gives really good descriptions on different type of adventures you might want to take, and gives a summary of campgrounds and rec sites and all that kind of stuff. So if you're going to British Columbia, get this book, especially if you're going to Vancouver Island.